Good to see you.
Good to see you. How you doing?
I'm great. I'm glad you're here. We're at the Brooklyn Bowl in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm with David Ryan Harris, and I'm John Bohlinger with Premier Guitar. And let's talk about this sexy guitar you're playing.
Can we please? I actually got turned on to this guitar. A friend of mine, James Bay, for the second record. He like the first song on the record was like a completely new direction than the first record, and he was playing like this super cool guitar, and I just love sort of the silhouette of it. And I asked him about it, and he was like, "Oh, it's these guys, the Frank brothers up in Toronto." And I reached out to him and told him that just initially that I loved their just the silhouette of the guitar. I think it's really hard at this point because we all have the silhouettes in our brains that are the silhouettes, and so I think a lot of times when people try to do new designs, they just look like jackass designs. So I was like, this, it's a new silhouette. It harkens back to, classic designs, but it's also sort of futuristic. So I was just kind of telling them that I loved it, and I, at the time I didn't, I wasn't looking for a new guitar necessarily. And then over time, I started playing this 330, this like a 2012 Gibson 330 for my solo electric sets. Everybody was doing kind of solo acoustic things, and I was like, oh, I want something with a little more teeth, but I still want the sound to have some air around it. So I've been playing this guitar, and it's big, and I was like, it'd be cool to play something that's a little bit different. And then I just love the idea of I know the guy that made that, I know the guy that made that guitar. And so then we just started talking about how to build something that had a little bit of air around it, but then still stayed in their general kind of footprint of how large guitars are. And this is what we came up with. It had humbuckers in it at first, Lawlers that I liked, and I was like, there's something missing. It's not quite like the 330. And then I was like, oh, the thing I love about the 330 is also the P90s. It's not just the body. So now I'm frankly in a space where I'm trying to find the right P90s. I know P90s are the way to go. Just got to find the right ones.
Well, these sound fabulous. What are they?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I was in a shop in Atlanta, and they're a local pickup maker, but I can't remember their names.
It looks so perfect for that guitar.
It's the same. The color is great. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it. The nickel kind of matches the rest. So I mean, it
almost has this kind of Jetsons aesthetic,
exactly.
Like the 60s version of space travel.
Right. So far I'm really, really into it.
Oh, that's great. So it looks like a mahogany body that's truly hollow. Is it hollow all the way through?
It's hollow all the way
your
through.
330? Okay, cool. And is it a maple cap on it?
Now you're getting outside my pay grade.
Okay, well, you know what? We'll have it in the liner notes, and you can check it out there.
Yeah, but I do know it's a Frank Brothers ultralight.
Okay.
That's the model that it's based on, and I think we might do a little bit of tweaking for a subsequent guitar, just because this is super close. But I'm like, if we could just dial in a little more kind of air around it, so we may experiment with a lighter top. But then, if you do that, then the headstock's too heavy. So just trying to to balance the whole thing out.
Yeah, well, it is great, man. I love it. I love it. Okay, so and you're traveling with one guitar.
Traveling with one guitar.
Lean and mean.
Lean and mean.
Yeah, love it.
And hopeful.
Yeah. That's an optimist. When you can go on a tour with one guitar. Yeah, that's great.